Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Wazzu Experience. This is episode
Three.
three. I'm losing track here.
Episode three.
Episode 3. We're pumping these out, but unfortunately, this is our last last podcast.
For the semester / year.
Yep, last episode podcast overall for the whole. Yep. And so I am your host, Alec, hosted by the Entrepreneurship Club, and followed here we have...
I'm Emiliano.
I am Jake.
Hi, I'm Marvin.
Always classic Marvin. But yeah, it's our last one. So overall, recently, I know in the Q-cast, we were talking about the vaccine and how they're going to try to mandate it. But this Wednesday, they just announced that Wazzu is requiring vaccines for in-person. So that is kind of big. And I know a lot of people were beefing on it on the Instagram page. And so we wanted to go over some comments on that Instagram page, which is pretty funny. And then go over our thoughts on the required vaccine, and then what are our expectations looking forward to going in person and some of the experiences that I'm going to experience.
Yes, sir. So let's see here. Like we said, WCU Pullman, the main Instagram page, it's really funny on their posts. Whenever they do these super important posts, they just do this one picture. It's just the white Washington State University Pullman logo. And then it's just about the caption, right? And they're saying that they'll require proof, which I guess they're gonna have to explain what that means. And then they actually extend exemptions will be for medical, religious, or personal reasons. I don't know what a personal reason is. That kind of just sounds like an out for anybody, to be honest. So that's an interesting one. But some of the funniest comments we got, somebody said our internet connection on campus is about to be insane next year. Is that a reference to like 5G and like what they think the vaccines are?
Yeah, I think it does. People are saying like,
explain that. What is that about?
It's just basically saying like, if you get the vaccine, it's like a microchip in your body where the government implanted, and then you become they can control you. They can, I don't know, put a bomb in your body or something.
That's pretty funny.
But yeah, I am almost 5G. I'm gonna get my second dose this Saturday, and then I'm fully 5G.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Let's see. We have WCU believes in science. So is she? I don't know what that's about. We have exemptions due to personal reasons, so it's not really required. That's what I don't know what that means. What's a personal reason? Like I personally do not want to get it. That's great. This person wants to know how it works. There's so many. Moderna, people are championing their beautiful vaccines.
This person does scroll up. They do make a good point here. It says get ready for all the comments against mandatory vaccines, even though WSU already requires mandatory vaccines. I mean, that is true because we did have to get like measles or whatever.
Yeah, measles vaccine. I believe it was like I think an influenza too. Influenza.
Something like that.
I swear there was a different vaccine as well. But here's the difference. Normally, these vaccines that you get are FDA approved. I think the argument is like they're not FDA approved. That the COVID vaccines are not FDA approved. I think that's the argument.
Yeah, and then most of it are saying like, oh, it's only for emergency use. It's not completely approved yet and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then one person comment like, oh, if you get the vaccine, you'll be like 400 times hotter. And then people just like, oh my God, yeah, I feel 100 times hotter, blah, blah, blah.
Look at some of y'all drink jungle juice in a frat house basement, but are afraid of a vaccine. Shake my head. Oh, that's so true, though.
Yeah.
Nasty stuff in a frat house.
This one. I love being vaccinated. I'm 20 times hotter now.
Yeah.
What in the world?
Dude, these comments are
Only
awful.
hot girls get vaccinated? What? Wow, that is just wild.
People are like writing paragraphs.
I no, these aren't even the. There's so many. Like, there was some really long ones, but
Yeah, there are a lot of them. They, I don't know, they just argue like, oh, I'm correct and you're wrong. No, I'm correct and you're wrong. It's just different perspective, and that's it.
I don't think my microchip is working. My injection site isn't telling me exam answers, and the Wi-Fi is still trash. Such a waste. Same here. I thought my personal mobile hotspot in my arm would make up for ResNet, but no.
Dang, people are clowning this so hard.
Dude, it's a good way to take out stress.
You know what? They might have deleted comments that were like were against the vaccine, because I swear there was so many more. There was a lot of people. There was a lot of comments of people coming at each other. I just think it's hilarious.
For real.
I know my girl Moderna got me. That is ridiculous. Wait, so what? Let's see. Marvin, what vaccine did you get?
I got the Pfizer vaccine. The Pfizer.
The Pfizer is
yeah.
looking like a top option right now. I gotta be honest.
Yeah. My friend who applied to get the vaccine in Walmart, they were like, "Oh, you might get Pfizer," and when he went there, he got Johnson and Johnson.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That's too bad.
but that was like a month ago. He got it super early.
Dude, look at this guy's photo. That's hilarious. It's like Jesus with cigarette and glasses. This is hilarious. Some of these comments are just borderline crazy. People have all different opinions. Oh, this person. I love this person's comment. Stop complaining and just stay home. It's not hard.
No, I don't think anybody wants to stay home.
No, they don't.
Everyone wants to go back in person. And
yeah.
On the topic of that, like, what are some things that we're like looking forward to like experience like in person? Because I know, like freshman year before COVID started, there was like Hollow Week, there was Silly Week, there was like spring break or like the spring semester that we didn't really get to experience all the way. And so those were like really, really good times. Especially Hollow Week. That was probably one of my more memorable times that I had in college overall. I mean, it was basically getting up, going, just having just massive just parties and just having a good time with everyone and getting hammered and, waking up the next morning hungover and just ready to do it all over again. Like for like 4 or 5 days. It was absolutely nuts. But I know it's not going to be the same anymore because of the tragic story that happened with the one student that lost their life. So it's only going to be Thursday through Sunday now, like forever. I think that's going to be a change.
Wait, hold on. Is the student who got like overdose from the alcohol thing?
Yeah.
Was it that guy? Yeah, he was sitting right behind me in class.
What? That's
for real.
That is wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like sometimes he's in class, sometimes he's not. Then after that, this is one day, 3 advisors came into the class, and my professor say, "Oh, these people are gonna talk to you guys," and then they just asked me like, "Hey, if you need help, don't feel free to reach out to us. Don't be scared. Blah 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 blah." And then my professor, and then we were like, "What's happening?" And then the professor was like, he pointed at my direction. I thought he was pointing at me, but it was the guy who he always sit at the back of the class in the corner. Mm-hmm. And he pointed at that seat, and he was like, my professor was like, "Yeah, that's the guy who just passed away recently." And we were like, "Oh, like that."
Dang. That's crazy.
No, that is crazy. And look, like when it happened, I remember I didn't know about it. Like I found out, this is how I found out. I was going to my morning class. I think it was like a Tuesday, right? Or a Thursday. It was a Tuesday or Thursday that I was going to my class. And I showed up. Let's see. I showed up not like late, but like like right on time before class was getting started. And it was one of those classes. It was where you're working with somebody you sit next to, which is rare in college. But like it was a class where it's a little more interactive. And my friend who I was sitting next to, who I was teamed up with for whatever project that we were doing, I got there and he looked at me and he said, he looked at me with a sigh of relief because no one knew who it was at first. We all knew that someone had passed away, but there weren't a lot of details on who it was. So my friend apparently, like, he knew I was in a fraternity, but he didn't know what fraternity I was in. And so he thought potentially it might have been me. And when he saw me, he had like a sigh of relief, like, oh, thank goodness. Cause then he told me what happened. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. But basically it is interesting how they send in like counselors and they like put up a whole thing like you can come to therapy if you need it. But like I knew some of the guys probably in the house of the fraternity needed it. But like that happened in high school like a few times, like sadly. And like they always did that. The counselors would offer their therapy services. I was just like, I wonder who really went to those.
Yeah, no, like not that. Like, I was so like tragic, and I know like it wasn't his fault because me personally, I've been in situations where I've been, pretty intoxicated. I know my fellow brothers, they've been on that point, but we always had somebody watching out and looking out for each other and stuff. But honestly, like that could have happened to anyone. Literally, like it was just
100%
unlucky. Like during the circumstances, like Hall Week and all those like crazy events and stuff, could happen to anybody. And I think that's why they did like shorten the amount like of time that you can have social events, and that's why it's like never going to be the same. But overall, I mean, it's still going to be fun. Looking forward to next semester. It's still going to be like a good time. I think
definitely
everyone's going to go absolutely like crazy because they've been humbled in their house, and like people are going to go crazy.
Here's the thing. We had a year last year of, it wasn't even a full year. We had, with everything that had happened, we had, in terms of like, normal college life and / parties, there was probably like, we had like, not even we had like half a semester of real like normalness, because then they put everybody on like probation and all sorts of other stuff. So
yeah,
there was really like, even before COVID, our college experience was cut a little bit.
It was.
So like that really puts it into perspective. Like, I don't know. I would just hope to get a whole year. That's at this point. It's like somebody with a nagging injury. You just can't get off. You just want to be healthy for 1 year. Like, it's just wild to think that, like, I hope that we can get 1 year of normalcy, like the entire way through.
Yeah. I honestly don't want hybrid classes. I want everything just to be full in person and everything like that, and like full social events and just, but I know it's
the sight of full social events would be something else.
Yeah.
I definitely think it's probably more than a year away.
Definitely.
If I had to be realistic, it's probably 2020. What is that year? 2022, 2023, maybe. That's when I think it could potentially be a thing. But it's crazy to think about, like, the stories that I've heard and some of us have about, what it was like before everything went down. I mean, Alec, let's just hear some stories. Do you got any good stories for us?
Oh my gosh!
Bring us back. You can start maybe a silly week story or a Halloween week story.
Yeah, I'll just go off like how my first like silly week was. So when I first heard of it, I was like, what like, because we just got accepted. We're a pledge, and we just got our house, and we were just getting used to everything, and we were going to like beginning to go to classes and everything. I was like, what? Everyone was talking about silly week. And I was like, what the heck is silly week? And it was basically where a week, the introduction week of college classes, where all the classes basically go through their syllabuses, and you just get like basically a free week. And
that's BS.
I mean, yeah.
If you take any class that actually is serious, you do not.
Yeah.
I was in math class. I didn't bring a notebook in first grade. She started doing like lecture first day, and I had to take notes on my syllabus.
Mhm.
Like I took notes on like the small piece of paper. Like I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah,
People
definitely.
lied to me. They lied to you. It's a facade. Silly Week is a facade. It doesn't
Well,
exist.
most of them are like that. You'll get a bunch like easy classes, but I know like math was one of them, and then a couple other classes that like just got straight into things that will do that to you. But overall, the like Silly Week was awesome. Like I remember going out. We had a party, the first night, and they set up like sober duties and everything, and we just all just got absolutely like people were just having a good time, dancing, doing whatever, and just doing your typical like frat things, and it was a good time. Everyone was just happy, having fun. And then same thing with Hollow Week, things got a little more intense. Definitely had a couple hangovers, but I don't want to go into too much detail.
This is so broad. I said a story. Don't you have a story?
I don't want to go like too in depth. It's like it's been
like a story though.
Okay. Let me think.
Okay. For the meantime, I want to ask, like, I just want to open the floor to both Emiliano and Marvin. Like, what are you guys looking forward to the most going back, hopefully in person? What is it? Like, what is it that you're looking forward to, especially Emiliano, because this man barely got to exist. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'll go first. Yeah, that's so right. I don't even know. I feel like I'm just gonna be so grateful to be back in class and actually just be a part and feel like I'm an actual student at WSU. But other than that, like, I don't really know like exactly like what activities to look forward to. I've like completely forgotten about all that like extracurricular type of stuff that happens. I mean, I think I'm just gonna be really excited to be able to meet like my professors and like other people in person again, be able to actually like communicate like on a social level. Because I feel like ever since Zoom started, like you don't communicate with people the same anymore. As like I feel like it's not as genuine as it used to be because it's like all through technology now. But I mean, yeah, I feel like I'm just like, more excited to be back on campus.
I have a question. Do you ask questions in class when it's on Zoom?
No.
Would
No, I mean like very rarely.
I feel the same way. It's terrible. I have so many questions that I've just not asked because it's like, I don't know.
I feel like if I do, it's just gonna like drag on, and then like I feel like if I don't get it, I'm gonna be like annoying asking twice or three times until I understand it.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's bad for the learning environment. I do not like it. Marvin, what are you looking forward to?
I think I'm looking forward to like meeting new friends, but I think my social skills has dropped so much.
What do you
I
mean?
used to
You
be like
talk to athletes on a daily basis.
Yeah, but that's just tutoring, I just teach them. But like, I have to go up to people and say, hey, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. Nice to meet you. I'm who and that. So I feel like my social skills skills just drop so much. But I'm really looking forward to like, meeting new people. Group projects will be so much easier. Like I get to see you like, hey, why have you not finished your part or something? But because right now my group project is so bad. We have 8 or 9 people. Only 4 people are responding, and 5 people are like MIA. They're just missing in action, and that's it. So it's so hard to do a group project.
Wait, why is that so many people?
It's just
that's 8 people.
I don't know.
In a group.
8, 9 people. Yeah.
I think that's crazy. The biggest group I've had is like maybe 5.
Yeah, but it's just the class is pretty big. It's like
my class was big too.
Well, I don't know, but it's just, some professors will be like, hey, I'm lazy to create new topics. So 8 people in one group. There you go.
Oh, I understand how that works. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But Marvin, let me like, so are you like looking forward to like going and partying? Is that a thing that you're looking forward to?
I don't know, because since COVID start, I kind of shift my schedule into like, less going out since we can't go out anymore. So I had to find things to do. And I started up doing like taking up businesses, working. and it's occupying all of my time. So I don't even know if I can actually go to party, but for sure, I would go for it if I have the time.
So you like matured, is what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah. I'm an old boy now. I'm no longer like you guys, you know.
Oh my goodness.
My body feels like it's 80 years old.
You get aches and pains. You gotta stretch.
So much pain. My knee, my back. Oh my God, my back. It hurts every time.
I'm sitting in that little chair.
You know the meme where you say like the meme where my back hurts, but the way you sit is actually causing how your back hurts. I think I'm that kind of person.
You mean like the slouching over?
Yeah, I slouch all the time, and then I complain that my back hurts, but I still don't sit properly. So
yeah, that's not good. You should get you should get a little back brace, and just wear it to keep your back straight or something. That's all.
Oh, the one from Amazon?
I have no idea. Yeah, the one from Amazon. Sure. Amazon has a product for everything, so you can
honestly,
you can probably say that about anything.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. Emiliano, I'm curious. When you were at WSU for like all of 10 days, did you go to any like parties or any social events?
No, because I started working like a month in after I got here in WCU, Birch and Barley. So like I didn't really have enough time to like meet other people, especially like with classes and everything. But I mean, I would like hang out with people like on my floor, and I mean, we wouldn't exactly party, but you know, we'd have fun, stuff like that.
That's respectable. Rogers is fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rogers is something else. People who were in Rogers' dorm at one point, they know that. It is one of its own. You can't really make it up. It's just what it is. But beyond the Rogers craziness, what would you think is like if you had to envision what a thing like Halloween is with the Greek life? I mean, what is your envision? What are you imagining in your brain when you think of Halloween?
Like lots of partying, probably lots of alcohol.
Okay. That is very broad. We're very broad in this podcast, but I'd like to narrow it down. I'd like to go a little bit deeper. So give me your like super detailed analysis of what you would visualize or think of imagining when it comes to Halloween and everything about it.
Specifically, okay, maybe like I'd say I feel like maybe like there's a set amount of time that you guys are probably gonna be like celebrating, and I mean obviously I feel like there's gonna be costumes at some point.
Okay, that's a pretty good start. So when you say set amount of time, is that like for the night?
No. I mean Halloween, so probably like I would assume it used to be probably like a whole week, but like
Yeah, that's a dead giveaway. Yeah, you know, it was a weird one. But so what do you think? Let's say Halloween is, you know, we all know it's October 31st. Let's just say October 31st is a Saturday. What do you think is happening Monday before the week begins? What do you think is happening that first day?
The first day? Oh my god! Like specific events?
Like the first day of Halloween. What's happening that night?
I guess maybe like frats and sororities or like gathering up, people linking up, and then
okay, but like specifics.
I mean,
do you think that you'd see costumes a whole 6 days before Halloween?
the whole 6 days? No, I feel like maybe actually, yeah, probably. I think it's the most probable.
Okay, you've answered correctly. It is the wildest thing to see people dress up multiple days before Halloween, but it really does exist that way. And basically, it took me aback at first, but it is weird. People dress up way early because you're partying every night in the celebration of Halloween, I guess. And is that pretty much it? That's all that you think is on? I mean, is there anything special do you see that you would think would happen? Or
I mean, would people wear costumes like on campus throughout the whole week too? Or
no, that's just the
weirdos. Okay,
some people do that, I think, right, Alec? No, they do that. They do that like closer to like Halloween. They do that like if it's on Halloween, they might do.
No, I mean, most of the like social events happen like at night, so like people would go and get ready beforehand and then
Yeah,
show up.
that's what I thought.
No, but like if the day was Halloween, maybe you see somebody show up to class in a costume. Some weirdo.
Yeah, maybe.
Some weirdo. I mean, it's not the majority. It's not the 99%, you know.
Yeah.
Like the person that wears a dinosaur costume, you're like, what? Blocking my view. I can't even see the lecture anymore. But yeah, I mean, I feel like you got a good picture of it, Emiliano, even though you've never seen it.
It's pretty basic, very
Yeah.
good.
Like it is basic. You haven't really experienced it. But is that something you would ever experience if you could?
Yeah, I feel like that would have been really fun. I mean, I got there in spring for my first semester, so it sucks. I couldn't see that in the fall.
No, yeah, that's very unfortunate. And here's the thing. Here's what blows my mind. I wasn't prepared for a Halloween week because I didn't have like 6 costumes. I don't know how anyone's supposed to have that many Halloween costumes. Like when I was a kid, I would just, we would plan for like hours and days just for one costume. I'm like, now I got to do 6 of them. Like, how am I going to come up with, multiple costumes? Like that to me was the most challenging part. I was like, this is so annoying. Like I'm not creative enough to come up with 6 different costumes. And I know most people would rotate through, like they wouldn't always wear like a new one, but like, I don't know. It's just weird for me. Like, Alec, did you wear like how many costumes? Did you wear?
I think I only wore like a couple, but I know for guys it's definitely a lot harder than women, because like women they would show up. Oh my god, they would show up in some costumes. Let me tell you that.
Well, I'm just so it's cold.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
20 degrees outside.
No matter what time of the year it is, like polar girls will always find a way to wear like booty shorts or like whatever they may like wear to look like bad. Like
it's really
outstanding costumes.
There you go, Mara. That's the way
they gotta like wear jackets like beforehand because it's like too cold outside. It's really cold. Like for some reason. October, like the end of October in Pullman is cold.
It is, yeah.
I mean, I guess I've only been there for one Halloween, but I don't know. It feels like it's always cold at that time of the year for some reason.
Yeah.
Winters just hit early.
I'm just wondering how these girls they can just, wear shorts during winter, October, January. Like are they
they're built
do they
different.
have like their own heater inside their body, or how do they how does the body function?
Marvin, that's a very rudimentary question. You should.
I'm asking you, Jake.
You should be ashamed. What do you mean? You just asked me if girls have built-in warmers, like their hot pockets, carrying hot pockets like up their pants. I can't.
Is that what you do?
No, it's painful. They walk around like a penguin, like they're like shivering, like and they like run. They like jog everywhere because it's so cold. I mean. They just do it because once you get inside to the warm, house or whatever it is, the party house, the frat house, whatever it is, right? The live out, you get there. And really what it really is just the alcohol. The alcohol becomes your heater.
That is
basic science.
That and there's like a crap load of people like
one
room.
Yeah, lots of bodies.
It gets hot and you're dancing and just having a good time and you get hot really quick. Like you get a workout in.
It's almost like the cold makes up for for when you get there, because it's gonna be really painful in between going to the house or going to the party. But once you're at the party, which is where you spend the majority of your time, you get to reap the benefits of being in that, clothless gear, outfit. You know what I mean?
Even for
guys, even for guys, it's, if you wear too much, you're going to get really hot.
Yeah, for sure. But no, yeah.
Marvin,
on the topic.
And your outfits.
On the topic of that, I did think of a story for Halloween. So it was, we have a thing in our frat called Heaven and Hell. So where we basically set it all up on the main floor of our house on the deck too. So we just have a bunch of people jumble in on the main floor, and that's called Heaven. And then we also have a party room down below in the base, or not the basement, but the lower level. And that's where we usually have our parties, and that was called Hell. And so everyone dressed up on that day. People were wearing angel costumes and devil costumes, and man, there was there was some let me tell you, but
I'm
yeah,
I'm just gonna censor that for you. You're welcome.
and yeah, so we basically went in. We had a stripper pole down in the party room, and people were like dancing on it or whatever. And I remember somebody got up on there and started whirling around on it, and it snapped off the wall.
No, wait, your stripper pole broke too?
Yes.
No way.
Yes, it was so funny. Like somebody hopped on it and just like snapped, and like, the whole thing went down. Everyone was like, ooh.
So yours snapped in half, and the one where I was at completely fell like it like, you know how they're squished between the. Wait, how was yours installed?
I mean,
Like how was it built into the? Was it like the one that just presses on both the roof and the floor, or was it actually in the? Was it actually? Like,
it was like pressed.
Okay, yeah. So the pressed one, yeah. So the same one. What happened is it apparently, allegedly, I'm gonna say, it fell. It didn't snap like how yours, whatever happened there. But I think it just fell off. Like it gave out from the roof, and it like cut somebody's toes off or something.
What? It cut his toes off?
Yeah, and then the cops showed up.
Oh my!
And everyone was like so confused. I didn't know what happened for like the longest time, but it turned out that some random person had entered into the the party, and literally like 30 seconds after they entered into the party, it like the stripper pole like felt like completely detached from the roof, like, right, you know what I mean, like not the roof, the ceiling. It fell on, and then it like cut the person's toes, and there was blood everywhere. And then they like didn't know what to do, but they called 911 because the man's toes were like, I don't even want to know. They were just, it was bad. Apparently there was blood everywhere.
Oh my God.
It was really bad. And I didn't know what happened. The cops showed up, and I was just like, and I just did, we were all just like, we had no idea. So we all just left. And then we found out like 30 minutes later what happened.
Jeez.
And we were concerned, right? Because, cops show up, it's never a good sign, right? But we weren't sure why the cops were there. So it was a little concerning for everybody else. But it turns out that when you call 911 on a medical emergency, they can't arrest anyone.
Yeah.
So that was cool. I didn't know, but we didn't know that. So it's like we were worried, to say the least. But it was crazy. Like, I can't believe that happened. Like, ours happened during when was it? It was during Silly Week.
Mm-hmm.
But yours happened during Halloween.
Yeah, it was sometime around that. I can't remember the exact date, but yeah, it was so funny when it broke off.
At least no one got injured, right?
Yeah, nobody got injured.
That's so much better than what happened.
We just threw it aside and just kept partying or whatever.
That is so lucky for that person. You know what's crazy is when the one that I was at the party that I was at, when it fell off and like cut someone's toes off, I was on that pole like probably an hour earlier. Dude, it could have been me. That's what's crazy. It could have been me. I'm so lucky.
I definitely gave a couple whirls too.
The guy who got his toes cut, I don't know if they like how bad it was, but he was wearing sandals.
What? Dude,
I know.
Who wears sandals to a party? What the?
He was wearing sandals. Hey,
maybe if it's part of your costume, but
no. This was Silly Week, and
so
it was warm. It was warm, but like he was wearing sandals, but like that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, that's also gross too. Like you can like.
I mean,
have a strap fall off and then like.
And he wasn't a part of the fraternity. He was just some random that walked in.
Oh, that's.
You know how much of a liability that is?
Yeah, that's terrible.
That's the exact reason why you can't have randoms walking in.
Well, that's why you have sober duties.
Yeah, well, I know, but you can't catch everybody.
True.
That is something that I know because I've been on both ends. I found my way into some parties that I should, it's not that I was malicious, but a back door opens up. You just like, it's a door. You walk through it.
Yeah, true.
And that is my advice. Go through doors because new doors open new opportunities.
True. That's a good way to put it.
I'm just joking. This is BS. But I just think it's funny that happened. I didn't know that there was another terrific terrible accident with the stripper poles. Man, they're infamous for that now. Like I
Yeah,
don't
they
trust.
are.
I'm never gonna trust that again. I'm never gonna go on one of those poles. Like, would
Yeah,
you? Would you?
Yeah, I would go on it. They're a good time.
I know they're a good time, but it's like a ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
At
Hey
this point,
Jake, you're here for a good time, not a long time.
There you
no
go.
matter how I'm good, man. I'm here for a degree.
Or get your toes cut off.
Or get my toes cut off so I can become like a lizard thing and I can become a mermaid. Goodness. Marvin, you've never stepped foot into a frat party. Is that true?
Yes, that's true.
Dang.
That is wild.
I know.
And
I'm waiting for Alex signal, Alex, you know what to do?
Hey, you wanna? Hey, this next fall, come on over.
Next
dude.
fall.
Yeah, I'll be down.
Marvin
to
would be a
show
fun-
you for your first time. Get you.
I
I
have
can't imagine.
never been to a frat party, but I've been to so many parties. There was one time
You've gone around a
where
party.
back in 2017, like the whole year 2017, I took a gap year. Almost every single weekend I party.
Where? Malaysia?
No, in Switzerland.
Oh, Switzerland.
Dude, some of those like, European countries and over there, they get down.
Yeah. At 16, you get to buy your own beer. At 18, you can buy anything you want. So when I went there, I was like, after 2 months, I turned 18. I can buy anything I want.
Hold on. But why can you buy beer specifically at 16?
16, because I don't know, they say 16, you're still like kind of kid. You can drink beer, you can buy beer, but 18, you can buy vodka, you can buy anything you want.
So it's like hard A. You can't buy hard A.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Oh, and in the States, it's 21, which is kind of dumb.
If you guys are still listening thus far, thank you so much for listening to our podcast for today. I know we kind of had an interesting one, but we're definitely looking forward to continue in person next semester so we can continue with our whack stories that we have to offer. Does anyone have any closing statements they want to say?
Get your vaccine. Avoid Johnson & Johnson. Preferable is the Pfizer. I believe BioNTech is a pretty good one. That's one of them, right?
Yeah.
And then Moderna would not recommend.
Well, there you go.
But yeah, that's it.
Get vaccinated so we can go back in person next semester.
And part, hey.
True. Have a good time.
And just
And on that-
socialize,
Socialize, have a good time, get back to the good old times, but we all know that's not gonna be the same anymore, but still
You got to be a little less depressed.
make up for it, and it is what it is. And thank you very much for tuning in. Catch you next semester. This is the last one for this semester. Have a good summer, everyone. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.
Marvin, last words, go.
Bye. Marvin, peace out.